It was nice to see Jocelyn Terpstra have a good offensive night tonight. We've been missing that for a couple games. We're certainly a much better team when we've got somebody on the floor that can help lead the team scoring-wise, and tonight she certainly did that for us. Unfortunately, we're on the losing end of it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's just how the cookie crumbles some nights. And overall, I mean, like you said, a much better showing than I'm sure a lot of people thought it would be, seeing a 12-3 Des Moines Christian squad versus a 2-13 Eagles squad. But they came out and they played hard for a majority of the game. Just a lot of firepower there from the top two for Des Moines Christian and Mum and Abby Hall, and just too much for the Eagles to overcome tonight.
Absolutely.
And we take a look at our Hormel Foods Radio key play and player of the game. And Mike, I don't know if you have a specific play in mind. I mean, really, I think that the thing that was the difference in this game was the ability for Des Moines Christian to go inside with Mum whenever they needed to. You found them doing that a little bit, and she was able to, hit some turnaround shots, make some layups, and truly I think that was kind of the difference in the ball game as far as the plays go. For the player of the game for the Eagles, we're going Jocelyn Terpstra in this one. She finished with 17 points is what I had her down for. Might have actually been 19, but I haven't quite tallied it up to see where I went wrong yet. So those are where I would go with my Hormel Foods Radio key player of the game and play of the game. I don't know if you would go with similar.
Oh, yeah. I think Terpstra especially, I thought she had a good night, good complete night, stayed out of foul trouble. She was getting to the rim. She's hitting a couple shots from the outside, hit her free throws. Defensively, I thought she was quicker than some of the Des Moines Christian girls, so she played a good defensive night for us as well. I think a couple times where she was out of the game, it was pretty noticeable at the same time. So, it's I don't know if there was any particular. I like the fact that tonight for Pella Christian, it was just it was more of a steady night, performance-wise from start to finish. I thought they played as complete a game as they've played all season, so I give them credit for that.
Yeah, and now I'm drawing a blank here. We've got too many points, I think, here for the Eagles. That's our Hormel Foods Radio key play and player of the game. Looking for a key to your new career, visit HormelJobsKnoxville.com. Tonight's final stats presented by the Verduft Agency, and I'm looking to see where I went wrong here on this one, because I definitely went wrong. There it is, right there. That makes more sense now.
Did you short Carly Anderson a 3 again?
No, I had actually given us an extra 3 somewhere in there. I had given us 32 points, and so I was like, where did I go wrong? But again, I don't claim to be a mathematician, but now we're straightened out. Jocelyn Terpstra finishes with 17 points. Faith Kakmarinsky finishes with 3. I had originally given her 6 because I had I gave her first half total also in the second half. And so she finishes with 3. Anna Evelyn finishes with 4. Carly Anderson finishes with 3. And Karis Ficker Ava Breams finishes with 2 in the contest here for the Eagles. And for Des Moines Christian, it was 21 points for Caitlin Mum in the game. 1 point for Ida Fish. It was 1 point for Paige Hilgerson. 3 points for Grace Hudson. And 18 points for Abby Hall is what I've got here. Again, may be wrong. We're going to find out here momentarily. Yep, it is wrong. Abby Hall, I think, made 2 more shots because I think she had more than, I think she had 22, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll update that with the correct number there. But those are tonight's final stats presented by the Verduft Agency. Let Chad Lance or Larry examine your stats and customize an insurance plan for you. The Verduft Agency providing complete courteous service to the Pella area for nearly 100 years. The road ahead presented by Pella Motors. Yeah, for the Eagles, it's a quick turnaround. They go to Norwalk tomorrow night for a game that can be heard right here on 92.1 KRLS, and it'll be double the mics on the microphones. Mike Effner and Mike Bouquet for that contest over in Norwalk tomorrow. Pregame starts at 6:15 for the girls' game. Tip-off at 6:15. That's the road ahead, presented by Pella Motors. You'll drive away happy. That is the Pella Motors guarantee. In case you missed it, Eagles fall in the girls' contest 48-29. Tough one here for the Eagles against Des Moines Christian, but we're ready for a pregame of the Pella Christian boys game when we come back here on 92.1 KRLS. Well, first, in case you missed it, it's presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinarian.
Take a short time out. We'll be back with coverage of the boys contest between the Pella Christian Eagles and the Des Moines Christian Lions right after this.
Planting 1,000 trees on our cattle farm to block the breeze? It makes for good neighbor relations, and my numbers were good. So Bank Iowa said, let's make it happen.
A revolutionary roll-on butter product that takes the mess out of corn on the cob. Makes sense, right? My business plan and numbers are solid. So Bank Iowa said, let's make it happen.
Stop by your local Bank Iowa or visit us online at bankiowa.bank. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC. All loans are subject to approval.
Hey there, do you like things that offer lots of value but don't cost anything? So do we. This is why Ulrich Ford Lincoln and Pella now offers a lifetime powertrain warranty, free of charge with the purchase of a new Ford, Lincoln, or pre-owned vehicle, less than 6 model years old, under 100,000 miles. And lifetime means lifetime. As long as you own your vehicle, it's covered. Get more details today at ulrichford.com or stop by to chat with one of our friendly sales consultants. Just one more way, Ulrich Ford Lincoln and Pella is taking care of you.
U.S. Cellular has always believed that connection is the greatest gift of all. That's why we're giving everyone one line for $29.99 a month with unlimited data this holiday season. That's right, one line, unlimited data for just $29.99 a month. That's more than a great deal. That's locally grown connection from U.S. Cellular. Limited time offer, terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
Come check out America's locally grown wireless at U.S. Cellular. Visit Strawber Cellular, a U.S. Cellular authorized agent located at 826 Main Street in Pella.
As we're settling in for another Iowa winter, think about what the cold weather does to your garage door. Low temperatures can cause lubrication problems, metal to contract, and springs to become brittle. And consistent wet weather can cause your door to swell. Those things can lead to big problems, like your door getting stuck or not working at all. And that's the last thing you want to deal with in the freezing cold. Make sure those things don't happen by calling DeYoung Door Service for an inspection of your garage door today.
Hi, this is Kurt DeYoung. We're the gurus of garage doors. DeYoung Door Service in Pella.
Welcome back here on 92.1 KRLS inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. It's the KRLS radio pregame show here for the Pella Christian boys basketball game with Des Moines Christian. And I know I've pointed this out a couple times, Mike, over the last couple days, but tonight's contest is a rematch of the Class 2A Sub-State 7 championship game from last year for a shot at the state tournament. And the Eagles had come off to the regular season loss to Des Moines Christian up at Wells Fargo Arena, going to that game and pretty much dominated the Des Moines Christian in a 22-point win, 54-32. And I know that it's a fairly different squads for both teams. I think I counted it up between I think it was 27 players between the two teams that are out here tonight. Only 10 of them were on the roster last year for that contest. So different squads, but coaches are still the same. And I know that Des Moines Christian is going to be looking to avenge that loss here in a big way tonight.
Yeah, there's a lot of familiarity with each other. Coach Van Mersbergen was a PC graduate, and then one of the assistant coaches is Coach Ballinger, who's a Pella High graduate as well. So very familiar with the streets and back roads to Pella as well. But Yeah, you're right. Last year, Des Moines Christian had our number early in the year, and then PC came back and won the one that mattered. But this year, the Des Moines Christian team, they've got 2 conference losses. They've got Van Meter loss and a Madrid loss, so they're actually 3rd in their conference with 2 losses. But, this Pella Christian team's been playing pretty hot lately, going into Christmas break, and they continued it after break. And I think playing on their home court helps as well tonight. So it'll be a good game for sure, and 2 very well-coached teams. So it'll be a nice little chess match. But, Tyson Brees has just been super hot for us, 15 points a game, and the way he's running the points been very impressive. Last game, he did have a rough game. It was not a good, complete game for him. But start to finish, he was struggling. So it'll be nice to see him snap out of that, which I fully expect he will. He's a gamer. He's forgot that one, and he's ready for the next one every game. So it should be fun to see how the PC boys step to the plate tonight.
Yeah, well, and they didn't, and I don't want to make it sound like you don't need Tyson or anything like that, but they had guys step up in a big way beyond that, because Lincoln Vandermolen hit some big 3-pointers in that contest. Eden Stoltz buried a couple threes. So, when Tyson wasn't knocking down shots, it didn't necessarily matter that much because the Eagles picked up in the meantime, but you would obviously like to have Tyson going. Let's take a look at tonight's game time temperature presented by Van Haften Plumbing and Heating, and it is 30 degrees still here in Pella. And while it's only 30 degrees outside, it's nice and comfortable inside the Pella Christian High School gym. If your home isn't staying comfortable during this cold Iowa winter, call the heating and cooling experts at Van Haften Plumbing and Heating in Pella. You'll rest easy when you pick up the phone and hear
Van Haften.
Tonight's colors of the game presented by De Blumenhof for Des Moines Christian. They'll be wearing the road navy blue uniforms with white numbers, light blue trim, as well as white trim. The numbers outlined in light blue. For the Eagles, it'll be the home white uniforms, maroon numbers, gold trim. Those are tonight's colors of the game presented by De Blumenhof and Pella, the connoisseur of colors. You'll truly get what you pay for, and at De Blumenhof, you'll get your colors worth. Hormel Foods radio keys to the game. For the Eagles, honestly, I think it's just don't try to do too much. You've been playing well. Just keep chugging along the way you've been playing. Don't do too much, and continue to try and play very consistent basketball here this evening. And again, just don't try to do something that you're not able to do, or isn't within the flow of what you would normally do. Just do what you know how to do, and try to continue to play consistent basketball.
Yeah, earlier in the season, it was a case where we had 1 or 2 guys that were carrying a lot of what the team was doing, but you've seen over the last 3-4 weeks where the team has had lots of individuals that have stepped up and played well. So it is, it's always a team sport, but Coach Board does a nice job of helping the kids build their confidence as the season goes, and I think they've all started to kind of fit into their roles within the team, and they're playing some good basketball right now.
Absolutely. We're going to go ahead and take a short time out here inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. But that's been our Hormel Foods radio keys to the game. Looking for the key to your new career, visit HormelJobsKnoxville.com. Well, step one, we'll be back with the starting lineups presented by Minningham Pest Control right after this on 92.1 KRLS and the Pella Christian YouTube page.
It's tax season, and H&R Block is here to make it a season worth celebrating. Whether you choose to file in person, virtually, or via drop-off, you'll get upfront, transparent pricing and expert help from tax pros that average a decade of experience. Plus, H&R Block's max refund guarantee means you'll ring in the season by getting every dollar you deserve. File your way with H&R Block, and tax season will feel just as good as all your favorite seasons. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund. Limitations apply. See hrblock.com/guarantees.
Visit H&R Block, Pella, Oskaloosa.
Win winter with the Toro Power Clear Single Stage Snowblower that is loaded with power in a compact size. They are easily maneuverable and clear snow down to the pavement. Get your power clear at DeRuyter Lawn Equipment in Pella. Toro, America's #1 snowblower brand.
Weather any storm with the Toro Flex Force electric snowblower that has the most powerful 60-volt battery in its class. Plus, you get the same rugged construction as Toro's gas-powered models. Get your Flex Force snowblower at DeRuyter Lawn Equipment. Toro, America's #1 snowblower brand.
Welcome back here inside the Pellet Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth to pregame coverage of the Pellet Christian Boys basketball game with Des Moines Christian. Tonight's starting lineup is presented by Minninga Pest Control. And we'll start with the home Eagles here as they're getting ready to announce that. And if you're watching on the Pellet Christian YouTube page, you're seeing that now. Always one of my favorite times here. So we get these starting lineups underway. Starting lineup for the Eagles is a junior guard, number 3, Tyson DeVries. A senior guard, number 15, Aiden Stoltz. A junior guard, number 23, Dane Giedings. A senior guard, number 25, Lincoln Vandermolen. And a junior forward, number 31, Josiah Voss. The starting lineups for Des Moines Christian tonight, it's number 2, a junior 6'1", standing at 6'1", Landon Craven. A 6' junior, number 3, Tate Platt. A 6'1" senior, number 11, Carson Tice. A 6'5" sophomore, number 22, Seaton Ingram. And 6'1" junior, number 31, Trey Courier. Those are tonight's starting lineups presented by Minninga Pest Control. Sean and his team want to kill your bugs.
Call 628-3198. Minninga Pest Control.
Tonight's opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply is just seconds away as our referee makes his way to the center circle. The opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply is in the air. Josiah Voss with a commanding tip back to Aiden Stoltz. Gives to Tyson DeVries. Opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply, your only locally owned lumberyard and building material supplier. Lincoln Vandermolen on the drive here for Pellet Christian. Backs it back out and gives to Dane Giedings.
Yeah, it's interesting looking at all 5 of these guys. Really good at getting to the rim, and all 5 are good perimeter shooters.
Yeah, and Aiden Stoltz trying to fit the ball in a tight window there to Josiah Voss. It's kicked out of bounds, or it's tipped out of bounds by Stoltz. And it'll be Des Moines Christian ball after the first turnover here by the Eagles to start this contest. Backdoor cut, Landon Craven, gets fouled by Tyson DeVries. Stoltz tried to go over the screens, and Craven went under.
Yeah, we can't afford our point guard, DeVries, to get in foul trouble. He's got that first one, that's quick one, but this is not a high three-point shooting team, really low 20 percentile range for three-point shooting, so we just got to keep them from getting to the rim.
Craven knocks down free throw number 1, and this feels very reminiscent. All 3 halves we've seen thus far have started the same way with Des Moines Christian at the free throw line.
Yeah, let's switch the tide here.
Yeah, we would definitely like to see that as Craven goes 2 for 2 at the line. And full court press now from Des Moines Christian. Lincoln Vandermolen bringing the ball up here for Pellet Christian and kicks to Tyson DeVries. Ball swings around to Aiden Stoltz and back to DeVries. And a nice feed from DeVries to Josiah Voss.
DeVries just plays so fast, and his decision making, his game is so much quicker than most of the guys he plays.
Craven with the basketball kicks to Ingram. Now on the drive, and a jump ball is called there. Carson Tice.
I think I saw Tyson fold his hands and pray right before he put his thumbs up, hoping it was a jump ball, not a foul, because he definitely didn't need a second foul.
Yeah, inbound kicked by Dane Giedings there. Inbound gonna go out to the top of the key. Ball swings around into the hands of Platt. Three-pointer is long and rebounded by Tyson DeVries. Or not Tyson DeVries, Aiden Stoltz. Lincoln Vandermolen off the feed from Stoltz. Can't knock down the 3. Dane Giedings ran down the ball in the short corner, but then turned it over. Ingram to the basket, blocked by Josiah Voss.
Well, the officials are going to let him play.
Three-pointer again by Platt, off the mark, rebounded by Stoltz.
How did Stoltz get that ball? That was quickness on his part.
That it was, and Stoltz now with the basketball on the other end. Tyson DeVries thought about a three for a moment. Looks to drive with the left hand. Tried to fit it into a tight window with Voss. Couldn't get it there. It's a turnover and a foul on Voss.
Did not need to reach on that one. They clearly had possession. Sometimes you just got to get black and play defense.
Yeah, second.
The old PC bench
team
looks
foul.
a little different tonight when they pull up some of the underclassmen. We got a dozen guys on the bench tonight. It looks intimidating.
It really does. It's Platt looking to drive on DeVries, and DeVries does pick up his second, and Breams and Fancher are going to check in.
Not what DeVries wanted, nor his coaches, and he's a little frustrated, but it is what it is.
Yeah, Tate Platt going to go to the line to shoot off the foul now. He sinks the first one. DeVries comes out of the game, and so does Voss, as it's Isaiah Breams and Jack Fancher in.
That was like twice the contact on the last 2 or 3 possessions, and DeVries was just good position straight up, and he got called for a foul, unfortunately.
Yeah, second free throw good there. Aiden Stoltz will kick to Lincoln Vandermolen and back to Stoltz. Gets it to Vandermolen across the timeline. Vandermolen's pass was tipped. Stoltz ran it down though. Ball finds Giedings. Giedings had it poked out from behind, and it's a 4th turnover here for the Eagles. As Platt goes right to the basket but cannot make the shot, and rebounded by Stoltz. Platt with all 3 attempts for the Lions in the game is Dane Giedings, who goes right to the basket and ties the game back up 4-4.
I like how he took it to the rim. The last couple times we tried to dump off, and Des Moines Christian's help defense has been so good. They're there to intercept the pass.
On the other end, it's Ingram looking for Platt inside, and they're going to call Stoltz for the
I'm trying to decide whether these officials are going to call a tight game or they're going to call a loose game, because they keep switching.
Say it's basically, if it's not inside in the post, it feels like it's clean. If it's in the post, though,
I'm all for letting officials officiate, but they need to be somewhat consistent on their calling. Otherwise, the kids just don't know how to play.
Yeah, near turnover there by Des Moines Christian turns into a turnover there, as they couldn't connect on some passes. And Dane Giedings to the basket, and he gets fouled. I think that one goes on Seton Ingram. It does. Ingram's first, sends Dane Giedings to the line.
Des Moines Christian's first team foul.
Yeah, Florida 1 in the foul count. Eagles with 4. Lions with 1. Dane Giedings misses the first free throw.
PC not playing necessarily real well here, but still 4-4 game. They just need to settle in and get some rhythm going.
Yeah, Giedings, second free throw on the way, and that one will go. And the Eagles gonna apply a little bit of pressure.
Doing a 2-2-1 pressure here.
Yeah, it wasn't significant pressure. Now it's a 2-3 zone here for the Eagles. It's Craven with the basketball, kicking to Tice, to Platt in the lane, out to Ingram for 3, and he will knock down the 3. Make it 7-5. Des Moines Christian with the lead, as Aiden Stoltz will lose the basketball. And on the run out, it's Landon Craven for the lay-in off of the 5th turnover by the Eagles already. Dane Giedings up to Isaiah Breams inside for Fancher, but Fancher's too strong.
That was a good quick attack there, just couldn't quite finish.
Caleb Van Arendonk going to the scorer's table for the Eagles. The Lions, quick ball movement, and it's another 3, but this one off the mark by Craven. Stoltz trying to push, kicks to Giedings, gets a good look from 3, and Dane Giedings with a big 3 there. Puts the Eagles back within 1, 9-8 here, 3:23 to go in the first quarter.
Pella Christian definitely the stronger three-point shooting team.
Platt off the mark from the lane. Fancher with the rebound. Reams kicks out. Aiden Stoltz, 3, short. And rebounded by Ingram. And nearly a turnover there. Forced by Dane Giedings. Van Arendonk checks in for Vandermolen. Schurz quickly checks in for Fancher. Tice comes out of the game here for Des Moines Christian for
Get a little deeper on
Quentin
the benches.
Bailey.
We'll see how these teams do, but PC's got some really nice depth.
Yeah, Trey Curry are also out of the game here as Quentin Bailey came in. Another near turnover there as Platt's going to fire a 3. It's off the mark, rebounded by Breams. Platt 0 for 5 from the floor to start.
I still say let them shoot the 3. They're not real good from that mark.
Yeah, Dane Giedings tried to knock down a 3 on the other end, couldn't connect. And Ingram kicks to Craven, back to Platt. Platt cross court, that 3 is from number 12, Scharnberg. He couldn't connect, but there to clean it up was Ingram. Benny Schurz drives, kicks to Giedings. Caleb Van Arendonk for 3, off the mark. Loose ball, lots of tips, finds its way into the hands of Van Arendonk. Couldn't make it, but Benny Schurz is there for the 3rd try.
Some hustle there by PC. They're able to finish it. Just a little step ahead of Des Moines Christian on each of those rebounds.
Yeah, a lot of the hustle, too, there was by Benny Schurz, who ends up getting rewarded with the bucket.
Well, he's athletic and quick, plays real heady.
Ball in the hands of Platt now for Des Moines Christian on the wing. Kicks up top to Ingram. Ingram drives, runner is off the mark, rebounded by Giedings. And now Giedings running up the court. Kicks to Van Arendonk into the corner. Aiden Stoltz, open 3. It's strong. Who else is there, though? Benny Schurz, but he couldn't connect on the second chance.
Boy, he skied high for that rebound, just a little strong off the glass.
Yeah, it looks like Josiah Voss going to check back in here as Des Moines Christian's going to slow down the pace here with 1:12 to go in the first quarter.
He's trying to get his 2 starters back in, Voss and DeVries.
Inside they go for Ingram. First shot off the mark, but he got the second one to go. And Aiden Stoltz will kick to Van Arendonk. Got it to Dane Giedings. And Giedings gets fouled on the floor. I think Giedings is going to get a breather as Tyson DeVries and Josiah Voss check back in. Courier and Tice check back in for Platt and Ingram. Stoltz, the inbounder here, kicks to Van Arendonk, to DeVries. DeVries kicks to Stoltz, quick trigger 3. That one's off the mark. Benny Schurz nearly with another offensive board. Courier with the basketball on the run out for Des Moines Christian. Cross court, Tyson DeVries nearly got the steal. And it's a turnover by Des Moines Christian there as the Eagles ramp up the pressure. Just the second turnover by Des Moines Christian.
I just got a good 5 on the floor right now, just messing with Des Moines Christian a little bit more and forced that turnover, I think.
Yep. Benny Schurz out of the game here for Lincoln Vandermolen. Marion County Bank radio scoreboard here. We don't have any scores, so unfortunately, we'll just give Marion County Bank some love. Appreciate their sponsorship as always. Aiden Stoltz with the basketball on the volleyball line, kicking to Lincoln Vandermolen, to Tyson DeVries. Shot clock is off here, 12 seconds to play in quarter number 1. Tyson DeVries hands it off to Josiah Voss, and Voss lost it out of bounds. It's a 6th turnover here for the Eagles. 13-10. Des Moines Christian leads, 7.4 seconds to go. And off of a screen, a 3-pointer by Cravens off the mark. And I don't know who got the tip on that. I'd love to see the replay for that. But
it might have been us.
I just say I don't know who tipped it, but near make there for Des Moines Christian at the buzzer. That'll be how the first quarter comes to a close. stick right here real quick for a little bit. And in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. Eagles trail 10-13 at the end of the first quarter. And I don't feel like I'm necessarily wrong for thinking this. It's kind of fortunate to be 13-10. It wasn't a very clean quarter there for the Eagles. They turned the ball over 6 times in that first quarter, but Des Moines Christian unable to take advantage and really pull away from Pella Christian here in the opening quarter.
Well, we got our floor general in foul trouble there pretty quickly, so you take Tyson DeVries off of the point, and we play differently. We can play well, but we just play differently. So I think that affected us. I could see some of the frustration from Coach Bohr. Some of the, every time a shot went up for Des Moines Christian, their offensive guys are really good at crashing the glass, and we weren't good at finding them. They got several quick putbacks for scores as well. So I got to think that was something they just talked about as well. So you get Tyson back out there, clean up the rebounding, and I think this is a different ball game.
Yeah, that is, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinarians.
Champion seed game reset here, 13-10. So we start the second quarter of play. Lincoln Vandermolen is the inbounder. He'll kick to Tyson DeVries.
See if we can play fast with Tyson and keep him out of getting his third foul.
Ball swings to Aiden Stoltz. He's going to drive baseline. And Aiden Stoltz is whistled for the charge, and I believe that's his second foul. It is. Team's 5th, and so that's tough for the Eagles here, because their 2 primary ball handlers have 2 fouls. You're listening to Pella Christian Basketball, powered by Bank Iowa on 92.1 FM KRLS, Knoxville Pella, and KRLS HD1 Knoxville Pella. Everyone has a goal, an inspiration, a reason for being. Whatever that is for you, Bank Iowa says,
let's make it happen.
Inside, the ball goes to Courier. Down the lane, and a charge on the other end by number 22, Seton Ingram. That's his second foul.
Well, I knocked the officials earlier about being consistent, but both of those calls, really good calls, very consistent. Both players had themselves in good position, and the offensive players tried to just go right through them.
Isaac Kakmarinsky back into the game for the first time tonight for the Eagles for Van Arendonk. As Ingram takes a seat with his 2 fouls. He has the only 2 fouls for Des Moines Christian on the night. Back into the game came Quentin Bailey. Ball finds Lincoln Vandermolen in the corner for 3. It's too strong, rebounded by Courier. So Landon Craven going to set up the offense here for Des Moines Christian. As they're going to try to work the ball around here in this 2-3 zone of the Eagles. Courier on the wing, kicks to Craven. 16 on the shot clock. Ball continues to swing around. Craven goes to the basket, and Josiah Voss whistled for the foul.
It's also his second, so now we got 3 starters with 2 fouls.
And accounting for all 6 fouls.
At times, we just got to go straight up. We don't need to reach in and swing at it. We're making it too easy for the officials to call fouls on us.
Yeah, Craven will knock down his 3rd free throw of the night. That's his first at this trip. Well, 2 for 2 in the first quarter. Tonight's game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Windmill Print and Stitch in Pella. As the free throw off the mark there by Craven, rebounded by Des Moines Christian.
Another offensive rebound for Des Moines Christian. They've been owning us on the offensive glass.
Carson Tice nearly lost the ball, but he threw it soft enough that Landon Craven was able to run it down. And now he's going to set up Des Moines Christian's offense against the 2-3 zone. He loses the ball with 6 on the shot clock. Carson Tice forces up a shot. It's off the mark. Tyson DeVries to Isaac Kakmarinsky for tonight's drive to the basket, presented by Pingle's Home Store.
PC crowd might have got the assist on that one, because they were 5 seconds from the end of the shot clock, calling it down to 3-2-1, and he airballed his shot. We went the other way for a transition bucket.
Yeah, tonight's drive to the basket presented by Pingle's Home Store. Drive on over to Pingle's Home Store in the northwest corner of the square in Pella and find out how you can score with a variety of furniture, flooring, and more. 3-pointer off the mark by Landon Craven, rebounded by Kakmarinsky, who will give to Lincoln Vandermolen. And Aiden Stoltz comes to grab the basketball. Gets it across. And 10 seconds.
Wow, we just had a couple times there where we made the pass and then we bailed out, and we could have had a nice quick pass back and got the ball up the court, but we were isolating our guys a little too much with the trap. So good defense by Des Moines Christian there.
Yeah, Dane Geetings back into the game here for Aiden Stoltz. And Landon Craven sets up Des Moines Christian's offense, kicking to Carson Tice. They go to Courier with a baseline jumper, and he'll knock it down, make it 16-12 Des Moines Christian here. Josiah Voss looking to drive baseline. Tried to find Kagmarinsky, pass tipped, and Isaiah Breams checks into the game for Voss.
I think Coach Bohr is just trying to find a group of 5 that get in a rhythm for him out here.
Yeah, and looks like they're looking for DeVries off some screens. Geetings looking to inbound, able to get it to DeVries. Back to Geetings. Geetings flips up the floater off the mark. Isaac Kagmarinsky with a hustle rebound. Ball swings around. Tyson DeVries get a drive and a blocking foul as DeVries is going to go to the line to shoot free throws.
Tell you what, Kagmarinsky's just been bringing some really good minutes since on both ends of the court. Just some good hustle plays and taking care of the ball well.
And that's why he's fun to watch when he's out there, because he's just such a great athlete. I think he would admit himself he's, not going to be confused for, the most talented player on the floor for when it comes to basketball.
Yep.
But he's going to go out there and he's going to work hard and provide some good minutes.
Well, I think Coach Bohr is he's sensing it. I mean, he's got 10 guys he's been playing in the game tonight and looking for a combination that works, and his minutes out there have been pretty important.
They have been, as Tyson DeVries goes 2 for 2 at the free throw line. 16-14 the score now with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Carson Tice came out of the game as Ingram came back in. And Landon Craven catches the pass across half court and kicks to Ingram. Ingram setting up Des Moines Christian's offense as Pella Christian goes back into a man-to-man. Courier looking for Ingram, gets to Ingram. Ingram shot over DeVries and gets it to go.
Well contested shot. So it's interesting how far Des Moines Christian runs the time clock down before they shoot. They're one of the teams I think they used as an example for why to get a shot clock.
Dane Geetings with a turnover. Ingram kicks to Platt for 3. It's off the mark, and Courier with another offensive board here for the Lions.
Man, we're just getting beat on that offensive end by them.
Yeah, Ingram gets the layup, and a vision for last time out here by Coach Bohr and the Eagles. With 4:04 to play, champion seed game reset here. Eagles trailing Des Moines Christian 18-14, 4:04 to play in the second quarter. That's champion seed game reset. Champion seed with local dealer J. Boat is an independently owned and regionally focused seed company that strives to build and maintain the broadest portfolio of genetics and traits. Champion seed, they only champion the best. Tonight's game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Windmill Print and Stitch in Pella. Windmill Print and Stitch is a locally owned decorated apparel company right here in Pella. And they're a proud partner of BSN Sports. If you need apparel for your team or business, call Phil Hemming with BSN Sports at 620-8337 or stop into the BSN Sports Windmill Print and Stitch office on Southeast 14th Street in Pella. Delivery.com is the restaurant delivery service in Pella with great local restaurants like George's Canaritos, Yamato, Liberty Street Kitchen, Dutch Fix, and more. And you can have fresh food delivered right to your home or business for lunch or dinner, just like Jamie Wissey recently did. She's tonight's fan of the game and has won a $10 gift certificate towards her next order. Try Delivery.com this week, and then listen to our next broadcast to see if you're the fan of the game, presented by Delivery.com.
See how long it takes for Coach Bohr to get his point across about offensive rebounding.
Benny Schurz tries a 3. It's off the mark. And rebound by Platt, but he was out of bounds first, so the Eagles will get another possession.
Good pressure there by Dane Geetings.
Yeah, Schurz into the game for Kagmarinsky.
Right, I think he's trying to get a little more offensive, take care of the ball on our defensive end by getting some of those rebounds.
Yeah, Lincoln Vandermolen with the basketball. He's trying to get rid of it. Going to kick to Dane Geetings now. To Isaiah Breams. DeVries going to try a three for the Eagles. And a big three there from Tyson DeVries. The Eagles needed that bucket as it's 22-17 now, following the three by Tyson DeVries.
Yeah, when he gets hot, he scores in bunches. So we just need a couple stops here defensively this last 4 minutes of the second quarter.
Landon Craven with the basketball. Hand off to Courier. Kicks to Platt on the corner. Craven, they're going to call a foul on DeVries, and I don't know about that one. It looked like he hooked DeVries first.
I don't know, they're calling some really ticky-tack stuff against Tyson. I have to agree with Tyson there.
Yeah, I just say, I don't think DeVries actually got him watching the replay back, and actually it looks like Courier used the forearm to put DeVries in that position. Caleb Van Arendonk checks in as DeVries picks up his third foul, and that's a tough third foul to swallow for the Eagles. And he couldn't make the shot.
Well, we're going to have to get to halftime without Tyson with a little success here. Now down 7 again.
24-17. Lincoln Vandermolen kicks to Dane Geetings. Geetings trying to go to Schurz in the short corner and turns it over. That's the 9th turnover here for the Eagles. The ball goes to Ingram. Ingram drives, got around Breams, couldn't make the shot though, but tipped out of bounds by the Eagles.
A little better, just couldn't quite bring it in. Just got to prevent these putback second chance scores for DMC.
Yeah, inbound goes to Ingram. Cannot make the shot. Ball is still loose. And finally, Caleb Van Arendonk brings down the rebound. Dane Geetings drives and flips up the runner. And that is a big runner by Dane Geetings there to make it 24-19.
Well, Dane is keeping us in this game. He's just playing, finishing pretty strong. The boys are pretty good at finding him in transition.
And Platt got by Breams. Not sure what the defensive miscommunication was there, but Platt finally gets his first field goal of the contest.
His first move there was good. We just had no help defense.
Lincoln Vandermolen kicks to Benny Schurz. Kicks to Isaiah Breams in the short corner. Cross court to Dane Geetings. Three is strong and rebounded by Ingram. He takes it right to the basket but can't get the shot to go.
There's the rebound you wanted from Schurz. That's why he's in there.
Van Arendonk kicks to Geetings. Cross court to Vandermolen. Into the short corner for Breams. Breams working against Tice. And one for Isaiah Breams. Let's call that our Randall Roofing Raise the Roof moment of the game. When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. And one, Isaiah Breams.
Breams just a nice shot fake going to his right. Got the Des Moines Christian guy up in the air. Took it back to the left with a nice little kiss off the glass with his left hand.
Yeah, and several substitutions here as Tate Platt comes out of the game for Jamison Schnarnberger. Josiah Voss waiting to check in for Isaiah Breams. We have a miscommunication here at the scorer's table, so an official's vision for last time out here. For the Eagles, it's Jack Fancher and Aiden Stoltz coming into the game for Geetings and Schurz. Looks like we've got something going on for Des Moines Christian at the scorer's table in our vision from last time out here. Again, want to give love to Marion County Bank.
Not liking the score, possibly.
Yeah, not sure what's going on. It's 26-21 is what we've got currently on the board.
I'm sure they're not arguing their number down.
Yeah, it's a true vision for last time out here. Champion seed game, or not champion seed game reset, in case you missed it, presented by the Petronarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. Eagles not playing much of a clean game here tonight. 9 turnovers and decent amount of foul trouble. Josiah Voss and Aiden Stoltz with 2 fouls. Tyson DeVries now with 3 in the first half here. The Eagles find themselves down on the scoreboard by 5. That's in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinarians.
And again, we don't have like any scores in our area tonight. I've been looking, haven't seen anything. I don't think we have any really area games this evening. And so we want to give them a shout out. Marion County Bank is Marion County's financial leader. With offices in Pella, Knoxville, Melcher, Dallas, they're serving you and building community across the county. And looks like they took 2 points away from Des Moines Christian, so 24-21. And so a good thing here for the Eagles.
Now the Des Moines Christian coach didn't do a very good job of protecting his score. He was the one at the scorer's table, and they took 2 away. But we'll take an accurate score.
Hey, we'll take it as well.
3 points at the free throw line here for Breams.
Breams off the mark. Loose ball is run down by Courier. And he'll give it to Ingram now, who will give back to Craven. Eagles get a set back up in a 2-3 zone. Des Moines Christian going to line up there, or set up their offense here. They're looking for Courier, and Courier couldn't catch the pass. Just a third turnover by Des Moines Christian. Josiah Voss quickly checks back in for Breams. Tate Platt checks in for Schnarrenberger. That's a hard name to say.
Yeah. PC doing a better job of taking care of the ball here the last couple minutes.
Yeah, inbound goes to Aiden Stoltz. We're going to get by Courier. Able to do so. Kicks to Lincoln Vandermolen. Three-pointer on the way. It's off the mark and rebounded by Platt. And you can tell that this place was ready, that the gym here on Eagle Lane was ready to erupt with a make there. Tate Platt's runner off the mark. Aiden Stoltz bringing it up the court. Kicks to Jack Fancher. Cross court, Lincoln Vandermolen will try again, and Vandermolen with the three.
Here we go, taking care of the ball. Now we're executing.
24-24. We've got a new feeling ball game here with 25 seconds to go in the second quarter. Van Arendonk can apply some pressure to Craven.
Can assure you that Des Moines Christian's not going to do anything till under about 8 seconds.
Yeah, shot clock is turned off. Ball goes to Courier. Kicks to Craven. Back to Courier for three. In and out. Rebounded by Vandermolen. And a foul on Platt before the buzzer. So they're going to put some time back on the clock here as Tate Platt picks up an ill-advised foul. It's just a third foul, or
sixth foul, so it's not a shooting foul.
Yeah, but there should be some time put back on the clock here.
Agree.
So we're trying. They're discussing how much time. Coach Bourne not really using this time to draw anything up. I mean, not there is anything to draw up.
They're taking the average of their times and they're getting 1 second. It's just taking them a little while to get there.
Yeah, we're still waiting. What?
Let's put 0.9 on, or 1.1, so it looks better.
Still waiting official confirmation here as to what we're going to put on the clock. Coach Boris looking a little antsy, like he wants to know what we're going to get, and we are definitely taking our sweet time here in an official's vision for last time out. And still talking it over. We know there should be time put on the clock because the foul occurred before the buzzer sounded. So there has to be something put on, but we don't know what it is. Okay, they're going to put 0.4 on the clock.
Oh, I was on.
So I don't know why it took so long to decide it was 0.4.
Well, he didn't go into the instant replay booth, but you could have up here, right?
We could have gone in, but I just don't know why why it took so long to come to that conclusion. Van Arendonk got
Got
a shot
rimmed.
up, but I don't know that they were going to count it.
Marion County Bank should give him $50 for that. He hit the backboard.
Yeah, he hit the backboard from about 70 feet away. Tie ball game, 24-24 as we head into the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show here on 92.1 KRLS and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
At Community First Credit Union, we want you to earn more so you can do more. For a limited time only, with a minimum of $10,000, open a 12-month certificate account at 4.25% APY. That is a 12-month certificate account at 4.25% APY. Come on, call or stop by your local branch to start earning more. Do more, because at C First, together is better. APY is annual percentage yield. Rate subject to change at any time. Federally insured by the NCUA.
It's the new year. Are you ready for a new job? If you're tired of sitting at a desk or doing the same repetitive factory job every single day, Sean would love to have you on the team at Menninga Pest Control to kill people's bugs. You're out and about every day. Different houses, different businesses, different jobs, killing people's bugs. Sean will even train you to make sure that you get the proper certification to kill those bugs. Interested? You know the number to call.
Call 628-3198. Menninga Pest Control.
At Delivery.com, we work with more than a dozen Pella restaurants to bring hot and fresh food right to you at your home or business for lunch and dinner. Unlike the competition, when we're open for orders, we have drivers staffed ready to deliver, which is how we operate a 95% on-time rate. And for a limited time, our delivery fee is only $3.99. So when life gets busy or you just don't want to cook, check out Delivery.com and see all the great local Pella restaurants that are available for delivery today. That's Delivery.com.
Brown Shoe Fit Pella is gearing up for spring. We have new shoes, even sandals, arriving daily. Brown Shoe Fit Pella has a great selection of athletic shoes and socks from all your favorite brands like Hoka, Brooks, On, Features, and Belega. Brown Shoe Fit Pella has spring shoes and sandals in from Mephisto, Joseph Seibel, and Olakai, just to name a few. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. And Brown Shoe Fit Pella carries a great selection of Hydro Flask, Corksicle, Hobo, and Bagalini. Brown Shoe Fit on the south side of the square.
Welcome back here on the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show for tires, front end work, their no appointment oil change, and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. With our continuing coverage of Iowa high school athletics, we're joined now by head coach of the Pella Christian girls basketball team, Jordan Dyke. And coach, a tough test against a good Des Moines Christian squad tonight, but your girls hung tough with them. Coming into the game, you knew it was going to be a tough one, but how were you guys able to play so well for 3 quarters with number 6 in Class 3A?
Well, I thought we played really hard defensively. Tonight we talked about trying to keep them off their toes a little bit. We changed our defenses up a few times. Come out of the third quarter, play a little 2-3 zone, which I thought they struggled with early. Then they figured it out there early in the fourth and got some baskets. So I think we were able to keep them off kilter offensively. But then for us offensively, it was another night of struggle a little bit to make a shot. So it's a hard night. You can't get the ball to go in the basket, and I feel that for our kids.
Absolutely. You talk about the struggles offensively, and it continues to be one of the lingering frustrations for this Eagles squad. And how do you, as a coach, how have you been going about just trying to make sure that the kids stay confident and keep firing shots, knowing that they're good shooters, but just haven't been able to get shots to fall?
You tell them that, you say, there's a lid on the bucket. It's going to come off. One of these days you're going to make it. And I hope that day's coming just for them. But you don't say about it. You don't talk about that much. You could talk about bad turnovers, why it's a bad turnover, and try to fix it. You could talk about the glass and you didn't box out, or you did box out and you fought for it and you did it, which I think we do those things pretty well. But you can't really get on someone for shooting. During the season. Yeah, they should become more in the offseason, yada, yada. But it's really down to we got open looks, we get a bunch of good looks, we just don't make it. That just is what it is.
Absolutely, and Des Moines Christian had 2 girls tonight that really kind of stood out in this one, Abby Hall and Caitlin Mumm. Mumm kind of presents a mismatch, kind of like Deja Foster did Friday night for Oskaloosa. And I know that's something you guys have been working on, is working on defending girls with a little bit of height. How do you continue to get better at that, so that if you see a squad like that come postseason time, you've got that game plan finalized come postseason time?
Well, I think, 11 was a little different than Foster in the sense that she played all over the floor. She caught on three-point line. She could play the high post, low post. She's really good. She's all-around player, actually. When you got someone like that, it makes all the other four on the floor better, too. So I thought she did a really nice job, including her teammates, but being aggressive when she had moments. And we talk about defense. I think it's changing up and playing team defense because we don't really have someone incredibly long inside or someone incredibly athletic. And we've talked about that the whole year. We got to play team, and try to get, we identify these players. 22 didn't play tonight, but she's a good player for them too. We talked about 3 players, try to slow them down. Let's make someone else beat us. And they might do that, they might not, but let's try to make someone else do that. So hopefully we're able to do that in the future, force someone that normally doesn't shoot to shoot the ball a few times and be able to execute our defense that way.
Absolutely, and you guys have Norwalk coming up tomorrow night at their place. They were able to knock you off here at home the last time you guys met, and how do you guys go about making sure that doesn't happen on their home floor? How do you make sure you go into their gym and walk away with a win so that they're the team that's walking away with the loss?
Well, the last time we played them, we went to Van Meter and won at the Horn-ish. We scored a basket to make it 43-41 with 3 seconds left. We drove home. Everybody's excited. Everybody's pumped. We were riding a high. I think that carried over to the next night. We came out incredibly flat, in my opinion. I hope that our girls know this is a game we can compete in, and they want to come and compete. They want to drive to Norwalk and be able to do that. I thought our kids played really hard tonight. That's never been an issue. So I hope we continue to do that tomorrow night. If we make a few things happen, it could go our way. Wins and losses, whatever, but I hope we play better within the process of the game.
Absolutely, Coach Day. We're looking forward to that contest. That can be heard live on 92.1 KRLS with Mike Effner and Mike Bukite on the call. And look forward to seeing how that one goes for you guys, and best of luck against the Warriors tomorrow.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. That was head coach of the Pella Christian girls basketball team, Jordan Dyke, on the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. We'll be right back here on 92.1 KRLS and on the Pella Christian YouTube page.
It's volunteer season. Pella Corporation thanks those who volunteer to make our area a great place to live. It's clear that when you volunteer, you're helping others. On the job, the Pella team creates energy-efficient Pella windows and doors for homes and businesses throughout North America. And once the job is done, many Pella Corporation team members volunteer to make a difference in their communities. Let's hear a cheer for volunteers. For more information on exciting careers at Pella Windows and Doors, visit Pella.com/careers.
At Hy-Vee, we have the best beef in America, and we invite you to see it yourself with a 10% off meat sack sale this Friday through Sunday. In addition to the best beef in America, you'll save 10% on all meat, all deli items, seafood, and all cheeses. It's a 10% off meat sack sale this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Hy-Vee, home of the best beef in America.
Hormel Foods in Knoxville is hiring. Get paid positions up to $26.05 an hour. All 9 positions will receive a shift differential. Employees will be offered a referral program up to $1,500, weekly pay up to $1,000 weekly, a free 2-year college education for children of employees, compressive benefits, medical, dental, and prescription coverage, paid vacation and holidays, and 401k match, pension, and profit sharing. Apply today here at HormelJobsKnoxville.com.
Winter is here, and with it comes heavy snow, ice, and bad roads. Upgrade your winter driving experience with a new set of Firestone Weather Grip tires and step up your savings before it's too late with a trip to Raceway Tire and Exhaust. From Firestone Weather Grip tires to brakes, AC, wiper blades, and more, take on any forecast this winter with new Firestone Weather Grip tires and stop into Raceway Tire and Exhaust today.
Raceway Tire and Exhaust.
We got what you need
to get you on the go.
Welcome back here to the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. For tires, front end work, their no pull oil change, and full mechanical work on your vehicle, stop in to Central Tire and Auto. Then realize they don't have to do that now. But our second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service. For the Eagles, it's going to be taking better care of the basketball, defeating this pressure that the Lions are putting on them. That's our second half adjustment presented by DeYoung Door Service. One of the quickest ways to adjust the look of your home is with the new garage door from the Gurus of Garage Doors.
We're the Gurus of Garage Doors, DeYoung Door Service in Pella.
And inside the numbers delivered by Pella Fiber. For Des Moines Christian, their leading scorer was Seton Ingram with 11 points. Landon Craven finished with 7. Tate Platt had 4, and Trey Courier had 2. Tyson DeVries had 5 for Pella Christian. Isaac Kakmarinsky finished with 2. Dane Geetings had 8. Lincoln Vandermolen had 3. Benny Schurz had 2. Josiah Voss had 2. And Isaiah Breams had 2. And those are inside the numbers delivered by Pella Fiber, where every home gets a gig. Joined today at PellaFiber.com. You've been listening to the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. For tires, front end work, there's no appointment oil change and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean DeWard next to, or in his crew next to Walmart in Pella. And we are here inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Again on 92.1 KRLS and Pella Christian YouTube page as we get ready for as the third quarter is underway. Seton Ingram with the basketball for Des Moines Christian. Pass for Landon Craven is tipped by Vandermolen, but Craven ran it down and kicks to Trey Courier.
Pella Christian coming out in a zone defense.
Tate Platt with the basketball. Tries to throw it inside for Tice and threw it off the hand of, I think, Voss or Vandermolen out of bounds.
Moines Christian working hard to get the ball here into the low in the paint.
Yeah, they're trying hard. They get it to Tice, and Tice will flip up the 2. That's his first 2 of the contest. Tyson DeVries quickly up the other way to Josiah Voss, who gets the layup on the other end.
Well, both teams got close to the rim, and the defenders backed off immediately.
Craven with the basketball here, working against the zone defense of the Eagles. Craven looking to drive, kicks back out to Ingram. Ingram drives, kicks to Craven now. Into the middle of the lane, he was looking for Platt. It's a turnover. Is Dane Geetings tries to thread the needle to Tyson DeVries with a nice flip pass to Aiden Stoltz for his first 2 points of the game.
Speed we were missing in the first half, so DeVries got too far under the basket, but just really good at finding the next guy.
Yeah, pass to Craven underneath is nearly a turnover, and Josiah Voss gets the block, and Tyson DeVries got going a little too fast, nearly lost the basketball. Kicks out to Lincoln Vandermolen. Maybe needing to slow things down here just a little bit.
I don't think Tyson knows how to slow down, so wishful thinking.
I'm not saying he does. I'm just saying I think the game itself.
Yeah.
Very high energy here. Dane Geetings is going to fire a 3. It's in and out. And Tate Platt's he's going to slow things down now.
That was a big shot. That one goes in. Once we're up 5, and Des Moines Christian's possibly calling a timeout.
Yeah, 28-26. Seton Ingram's going to fire a 3. Off the mark, rebounded by Aiden Stoltz. He'll kick to Tyson DeVries. DeVries is going to be whistled for a charge. He doesn't think so.
That was pretty late getting to the
getting
to the show there. Fortunately, that's another quick one on Tyson. Spent most of the night now on the bench, which that's a gift to Des Moines Christian's coach. If he ever, trust me, he knows it.
Yeah, Jack Fancher into the game here for DeVries as Tate Platt comes out of the game for number 12, Schnarnberg. And it's a turnover there. Jack Fancher able to get it up to Dane Geetings. And Geetings is going to be fouled by Tice. First foul on Tice.
I don't think anybody on the floor can complain about getting called for fouls after Tyson gets his 4th. There's no shaking your hands at anything at this point.
And say it's kind of hard because it's like I don't really know what you're looking for. Dane Geetings at the line knocks down the first free throw. Let's call tonight's creative idea drawn up by Brand Appeal. The halftime adjustments that Coach Bohr has made as Geetings goes 1 for 2 at the line. As the Eagles have come out here with a little bit more fire, so I don't know what the idea was, but regardless, definitely see a lot more energy here from the Eagles as the shot was off the mark there by Ingram.
Well, the key is if they're going to play fast,
Jack Fancher gonna bury a three. On the feed from Aiden Stoltz.
That was big. That puts them up 6. How does Des Moines Christian play from behind?
That we will see. Seton Ingram kicks to Landon Craven. Craven going to drive, kicks to Tice. Tice back up top to Craven. Craven going to look to split the double team. And I think Aiden Stoltz is going to get a call for the foul.
Interesting step through by Des Moines Christian.
That's the third on Stoltz, and this is where things are getting big here. Because the two primary ball handlers here for the Eagles are kind of in some foul trouble. Schnarrenberg comes back out for Platt after the missed free throw by Craven. But yeah, the Eagles are, and they do have other ball handlers, but their primary two are getting in some foul trouble here as Craven goes 1 for 2 at the line, make it 32-27. Pella Christian with the lead with 4:38 to play. It's Lincoln Vandermolen getting it up to Dane Geetings. Geetings able to get it to Vandermolen. Vandermolen working against Ingram, able to get it to Jack Fancher. Back to Aiden Stoltz, cross court to Geetings, kicks to Vandermolen. Vandermolen looking to drive, kicks to Geetings. Now Geetings drives, kicks to Fancher. He'll drive, he'll kick to Josiah Voss. Voss will go up strong, cannot connect. Geetings with a pair of rebounds.
Geetings in amongst 3 guys, gets that rebound, and Fancher!
Fancher can't connect, but Josiah Voss with another chance.
This is the offensive rebounding that we weren't getting in the first half, and Des Moines Christian was.
Fancher to Stoltz to Vandermolen for 3. It's off the mark, and Josiah Voss is going to get whistled for his 3rd foul.
Now it's all piling on. 3 guys, Geetings, Voss, and DeVries tonight.
Yeah, a lot just happened there.
Stoltz.
Yeah, Voss comes out of the game now for Breams. And kind of a 2-3
We're going to
full
get to
court pressure
show
here.
off our depth here tonight.
Yeah, we are. Landon Craven with the basketball. Coach Bohr going to have to get creative as we talk about our creative idea drawn up by Brand Appeal for branding, print, web, video, or interactive. Call Brand Appeal Relentless for you and Landon Craven travels. That's the 4th turnover by Des Moines Christian here. I don't think I have the Eagles for any in this half.
This is a little political gamesmanship now. So Coach Bohr specifically talked to the official about that step through where he takes an extra step, and Geetings got the foul, or Stoltz got the foul last time. This time they called a double dribble on the exact official that Coach Bohr was talking to, and Van Mersberg is just shaking his head the whole time.
Yeah, Fancher unable to connect on a layup as Geetings, a lot of contact, no call. And then Platt on the other end forces up a tough look, and he'll get that one to go.
Good no call there. Vandermolen straight up, good defense. Ooh.
Yeah. Stoltz is going to kick to Geetings. Now to Fancher. Back out to Isaiah Breams. Breams looking to drive on Courier, and a nice, strong finish by Isaiah Breams.
Well, I think the backside of that defense is soft. I think once we get in close, we just haven't been taking it strong to the rim. So credit Breams for noticing that.
Ball to Landon Craven. Craven's going to drive to the basket, and he'll flip up a tough 2. Make it 34-31. Pella Christian with the lead. Isaiah Breams to Aiden Stoltz. Cross court to Jack Fancher.
See, Breams was wanting the ball again down low after that easy bucket last time.
Cross court, Fancher to Vandermolen to Aiden Stoltz for a huge 3. Puts the Eagles up 6, 37-31. Seton Ingram, tough look. Off the mark and rebounded by the Lions.
Important shot here.
Stoltz to Vandermolen 3, it's off the mark. And rebounded by Platt. That one would have given this game a whole different feel. as Ingram gets to the basket, but he cannot connect on the shot. And Aiden Stoltz trying to be careful at attacking and tried to kick to Dane Giddings and threw it about 3 rows deep into the bleachers.
Coach Bohr trying to get some energy to get the ball up the court, sensing an opportunity for some easy transition buckets, but time for a couple rotations there.
Yeah, Vandermolen and Giddings come out for Van Arendonk and Schurz. Courier and Ingram come out of the game for Des Moines Christian for Schnarrenberg and Quentin Bailey. Ball goes to Platt at the free throw line. It's short, rebounded by Van Arendonk.
A lot of one and dones here for Des Moines Christian, where in the first half they were getting a lot of the second chance opportunities.
Van Arendonk is fouled here by, I believe that's going to go on Platt. Nope, not Platt. That's going on Schnarrenberg. Or Scharnberg. Maybe I guess I've been saying that wrong all night. Apologies on that. Stoltz was looking for Benny Schurz. Able to get it to Schurz now in the short corner, and Schurz has it poked away. So just the second turnover here by the Eagles with 1:03 to play in the third quarter. Champion seed game reset as Tate Platt goes to the basket. Can't get the tough look to go. Rebounded by the Eagles. Aiden Stoltz kicks to Van Arendonk. Van Arendonk, three-pointer! Kayla Van Arendonk. Eagles up 9.
Nice ball fake by Van Arendonk. The defender falls off of him, sets his feet, and hits a big three.
And the crowd getting into this one again, 40-31. The Eagles lead with 30 seconds to go. They can feel how big that shot was. Carson Tice into the lane, and a tough two by Carson Tice in response.
Well, they got 4 of their guys in double figures, so they're good at finishing. But a big 7-point lead yet.
Double team goes to Aiden Stoltz. As Jack Fancher was looking for Aiden Stoltz. He left it short, though. It's the third turnover. Platt into the lane. Runner, no good. Rebounded by Jack Fancher. So the Eagles will retain a 7-point lead going into the fourth quarter after a huge third quarter there to take a 40-30 lead. We're going to step away. We'll be right back here inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on 92.1 KRLS and the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
Jerry and Lucy Ellis of Pella were building a new home, and Mike Blom with Cabinet Design and Wood Harbor Cabinetry made everything a breeze.
It was such an easy process. We had cabinets in the kitchen, 3 bathrooms, a utility room, and we could pick all that out in 1 hour and a half because he had exactly what you needed to make your house look beautiful.
Hi, I'm Mike Blom, the Cabinet Guy. Cabinet Design of Pella, where we expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations.
Hi, this is Ann from Hearthstone, a ministry of Wesley Life. At the Cottages, one of our 3 campuses here in Pella, team members know one another, care about one another, and work together to create great experiences for our residents every day. And when you work with us, you'll be given a voice to share your expertise, plus competitive compensation, great benefits, flexibility, and more. And right now, we're offering a $5,000 hiring bonus with flexible payout options. Let's talk soon. Call me at 620-4162.
Welcome back here inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. The Eagles with a much better third quarter to take the lead 40-33 here as Tyson DeVries comes back in and kicks to Aiden Stoltz, 3-pointer off the mark.
This game has a chance of getting away from Des Moines Christian. They're getting tired. Coach Bohr goes back to DeVries in the lineup. Brings Kakmarinsky back out, who's been giving us some really good points. Talking to his team about attacking him.
And they're going to foul out Tyson DeVries. And Coach Bohr can't believe it. The foul coming from a referee who's way not involved in the play. And Coach Bohr is not happy. DeVries can't believe it, and I have to agree, that's not a good call.
Well, that's a neutralizer for sure because Tyson's rested.
I mean, he was the tree was definitely falling way beforehand. Coach Bohr is letting that official know that he is not pleased with that call. That one's a bad one.
Well, the officials single-handedly took DeVries out of this game the whole night.
Yeah, and Tice missing a shot, and Kakmarinsky will tie up Quentin Bailey. And the ball will stay with Des Moines Christian here.
Tyson's not feeling good about basketball nowadays. 2 games in a row where he just hasn't been able to get in a good rhythm.
Yeah, Lincoln Vandermolen going to check in here for the Eagles as Quentin Bailey also came out of the game here. We do have our first Driver Cellular Instant Radio update of the night for a score. Melcher Dallas girls basketball defeats Mormon Trail 44-39. That's a final in the Bluegrass Conference Tournament even. Tate Platt will be the inbounder here for Des Moines Christian. Kicks out to Landon Craven. Craven, and that's going to be a charge on Craven. And you could tell the Eagles bench was, they were not going to let that one go.
Wow, everybody in the gym, including everybody wearing blue, knew that that was going to get called as a charge after what they just did.
Yeah, I was going to say, the entire bench stood up and immediately signaled charge. They were not going to let that one slide away.
Yeah.
Aiden Stoltz kicks to Dane Geetings, back to Stoltz. Now to Lincoln Vandermolen. Short into the corner for Isaiah Breams, out to Isaac Kakmarinsky. Good ball movement here by the Eagles.
Still, I think it's important that PC continues to attack and push in transition, because this is basically 5-6 guys is what Des Moines Christian's playing with.
Isaac Kakmarinsky out to Lincoln Vandermolen, now to Aiden Stoltz. Stoltz drives, kicks to Isaac Kakmarinsky for 3. Off the front of the rim, Aiden Stoltz there for the layup, though. Off the miss from Kakmarinsky. Big offensive rebound there by Stoltz, plus the Eagles back up 9.
Is this the biggest lead of the game?
I think so.
We're up 9 or 10.
I think it might be. As Dane Geetings gets tripped, and they're going to call a timeout, 30-second vision for last timeout here by Coach Bohr after Geetings gets tripped, and Bohr got the timeout called before things went sideways there. So our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard here this evening. Melcher Dallas girls basketball defeats Mormon Trail 44-39 in the Bluegrass Conference Tournament. Pella Christian girls fall to Des Moines Christian 48-29. That's our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Champion seed game reset. 6:19 to go in the fourth quarter. Pella Christian with a 42-33 lead over Des Moines Christian. And Casey Mister presented by the Petronarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. It was a 15 to 8 quarter there for Pella Christian. Or no, 16 to 8 quarter. 16 to 9 quarter for Pella Christian there.
Coach Bohr
to take a 40-33 lead.
Touching some guys on the knees that he wants to get in the game. He wants to keep good energy here the rest of the go.
Yeah, it's a turnover there by the Eagles. Landon Craven runs into several players. And a jump ball here is going to go to the Eagles. As Landon Craven tried to drive into like 4 different guys. And Coach Van Mersbergen wants a foul. Josiah Voss and Caleb Van Arendal going to check in for Isaac Kakmarinsky and Isaiah Breams after the turnover there.
I think Kakmarinsky was confirming with the official that, you know, when I get a hand on it, it's my ball.
Yeah.
Having a little fun there, but Kakmarinsky played some really good minutes there again.
And the inbound will go to Aiden Stoltz here as the Eagles with this lead of 9 points.
Des Moines Christian continues to bring this.
Dane Geetings with a nice pass to Josiah Voss. Voss gets fouled, and Seton Ingram hit the deck hard here. We're going to get another. I thought we were going to get another vision for last timeout. We're not.
So PC's or Des Moines Christian defensively, as soon as we pick up the dribble, they're bringing a double team. Christian's doing a nice job of recognizing it and passing through it quickly. And then again here, we just attacked nicely on the back end and almost got a and one.
Yeah, had a little bit of an official's vision for last time out here to check on Ingram. Improving lives by helping people see better. If poor visibility is causing you to miss things, take a timeout and visit Vision for Less in Pella and get back in the game. Josiah Voss could not make the first free throw.
Still a chance to go up double digits here with this next free throw.
Carson Tice comes back into the game here for Seton Ingram. Coach Van Mersbergen not thrilled with that last jump ball. Still getting an explanation as Voss knocks down the second free throw. And the Eagles up by 10 now. This is for sure their biggest lead of the contest, 43-33, 5:44 to play. Tate Platt tries to drive. The Eagles force a turnover, and it's Aiden Stoltz bringing the ball up the court here for the Eagles. Kicks to Lincoln Vandermolen, and inside he goes for Josiah Voss, and Voss gets the flip shot to go. And I don't think even Voss knows how that one went in. The Eagles up 12, and a vision for last timeout by Coach Van Mersbergen and Des Moines Christian. The Eagles lead by 12.
Wow, Tyson DeVries gets fouled off on ticky-tack stuff. Voss gets manhandled there, and ball goes in, and nothing's called.
Yeah, great finish there by Josiah Voss. As the Eagles go up big here. Champion seed game reset. 5:28 to play in quarter number 4. 33 seconds on the shot clock. And Pella Christian with a 45-33 lead. Again, 5:28 to go in the contest. Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Our last look at that because we pretty much know all of our results at this point. Again, Melcher Dallas girls beat Mormon Trail 44-39. Pella Christian girls fall to Des Moines Christian 48-29. Our score is 45-33 in quarter number 4. That's our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. In case you missed it, presented by the Peterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. The second half has been a much better story for Pella Christian as the Eagles trailed 13-10 after the first quarter. It was 24-24 at half, a little bit better in the second quarter. The Eagles since halftime are on a 21-9 run against this Des Moines Christian team. That's in case you missed it, presented by the Peterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the Peterinarians.
Well, there were several things first half going Des Moines Christian's way that just have not happened this half of the game.
Tate Platt, short corner baseline jumper off the mark. Rebound goes to Seton Ingram after Craven tipped it.
That's one of them that wasn't, but now they get a second chance opportunity here to score.
And Platt off the mark, rebounded by Stoltz. Is Lincoln Vandermolen bringing it up here for the Eagles. Kicks to Dane Geetings. Cross court to Josiah Voss and back to Aiden Stoltz. Stoltz driving. He was kicking for Vandermolen.
Good call.
And it's a turnover there, and Vandermolen called for the foul. And good foul there by the Vandermolen.
Yeah, just reaching in all the way across Des Moines Christian guy's body.
Yeah, that's actually one that you can live with because in the end, it's
Des Moines Christian's defense is good thing our boys have been strong with the ball, but Des Moines Christian's defense is pretty good.
That it is. Carson Tice's pass for Landon Craven was tipped out of bounds by Caleb Van Erendonk. I want to give a shout out to Stryver Cellular for sponsoring our instant radio updates as Carson Tice misses a jumper, got his own miss though, and kicks to Tate Platt, and Platt does bury a three this time. Aiden Stoltz with the basketball. Looking to beat the pressure, kicks to Lincoln Vandermolen. Eagles need to get it over half court, and a timeout here going to be called by Coach Bohr before the 10-second. Good vision for last time out there by Coach Bohr because the Eagles definitely lost track of the time to get the ball over half court. But
Coach Van Mersbergen thought it was a 10-second call. He was jumping for joy until he saw the timeout signal.
Yeah, great job by Coach Bohr there to get that in before it was too late. That's just the first 3 points, that three-pointer there by Tate Platt, just the first 3 points for Des Moines Christian in the fourth quarter here with 4:16 to play. So we've played almost 4 minutes of the fourth quarter, and the Pella Christian defense had held Des Moines Christian to just 3 points here.
Well, our defense has been solid, and again, this isn't a high shooting percentage team from the perimeter for Des Moines Christian, so if we can continue to take away the easy looks in the paint, which they've been doing, and limiting them to one shot, that's been our success this half. First half, Des Moines Christian was getting all kinds of second chance shots.
Making sure to make a note because we're going to talk to Coach Bohr about the defense there to start this fourth quarter. When we talked to him after this contest, Lincoln Vandermolen will inbound to Aiden Stoltz. Stoltz gets the ball across half court, being defended by Seton Ingram. Ingram tips the ball out of bounds. Not the worst thing here for the Eagles, just get them total reset on offense.
Aiden Stoltz playing some big minutes tonight, running the point, just doing a nice job of taking care of the ball under a lot of double teaming. And
yeah, ball got into Caleb Van Arendonk, and Lincoln Vandermolen will give it back to Aiden Stoltz, to Dane Giedings, who's also played a big role in this contest. Lincoln Vandermolen kicks to Aiden Stoltz. He'll just throw up a shot, couldn't get it to go, and Josiah Voss gets pushed by Carson Tice. Great hustle by Josiah Voss. He's been huge in this second half.
Yeah, his length and strength has been noticeable. He just plays with, just good balance and athleticism.
Quentin Bailey checks in for Trey Courier. Foul went on Carson Tice, his third, team's fifth. And Aiden Stoltz inbounds, quick feed to Josiah Voss. Who else? He's had a big half.
Pretty solid when he gets inside there.
Yeah, that's 7 points in the half, as the Eagles are going to get a foul called on them.
They like to split that top of the zone by dribbling straight through it.
Yeah, that goes on Dane Giedings, just his first, team sixth. And the inbound goes into the backcourt for Landon Craven. The Eagles lead by 11, 47-36, with 3.5 in the ball game, left in the ball game.
So the time is certainly PC's advantage. Des Moines Christian used to running some time off to run their offense, but really need to pick up the pace now if they're going to come back.
Yeah, Seton Ingram kicks to Carson Tice. His three in and out, and rebounded by Aiden Stoltz, and he's going to try to slow things down. Got it to Lincoln Vandermolen. Got it across the timeline. He drives into the short corner, and his pass for Dane Giedings stolen by Landon Craven. And Craven knocks down the layup, and a quick vision for last time out here by Coach Van Mersbergen. Final in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. Eagles' second half is arguably the best second half they played all season from what I have seen. They have outscored Des Moines Christian 23-14 in the second half. And in the fourth quarter, they've outscored them 7-5. And it's been an impressive second half here for the Eagles. And really has helped push them out to the advantage they've gotten here in the second half. That's in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinarians.
Lincoln Vandermolen going to be the inbounder here for Pella Christian after the vision for last time out here by Coach Van Mersbergen.
Des Moines Christian extending their defense now. Full court, man-to-man.
Dane Giedings kicks to Lincoln Vandermolen, who got it across half court and gets tied up, and the possession arrow goes to Des Moines Christian. And
Lincoln Vandermolen, even under a lot of pressure there, just kid's got a lot of restraint and plays with such poise.
So it's another turnover there for the Eagles, their seventh of the half. And Tate Platt gets fouled. And it goes on Aiden Stoltz. But now you maybe sweat up a little bit more if you're Coach Bohr.
Yeah, we can't afford to have Stoltz out of the game. He's been big for us handling the ball.
Yeah, to say, I mean, he's kind of your number two point guard behind Tyson DeVries. As Tate Platt will knock down a free throw.
2:39 left, up 8.
Yeah, to say you don't.
Christian basically needs to play several possessions here without an empty possession.
Platt does knock down the second free throw. And Lincoln Vandermolen, the inbounder, gets it to Stoltz, who goes back to Vandermolen. Vandermolen back to Stoltz. Stoltz gets it up to Giedings. Geedings drives. He flips up the shot, but he can't get it to go.
It's a quick shot. Moines Christian's defense just forcing Stoltz. Careful.
Tate Platt into the corner for for Landon Craven, and he knocks down a three.
They haven't hit them the whole game.
47-43 as Aiden Stoltz gets the ball up here for Pella Christian. Kicks to Josiah Voss, and a blocking foul on Quentin Bailey. His first, team's sixth. The Eagles need to take some time off the clock here, I think, and get the best possible shot.
They have this smothering defense. As soon as they pick up the dribble, they're putting a double team on you, so it's got to continue to take care of the ball.
Inbound goes to Voss. Voss gets the ball back from Dane Geedings. Aiden Stoltz looking to drive, kicks to Dane Geedings, corner three. Dane Geedings with a huge three. Let's give that another raise the roof moment of the game.
Wow.
Presented by Randall Roofing. Three-pointer by Seton Ingram off the mark on the other end. And Landon Craven with the board as he resets the Des Moines Christian offense. Aiden Stoltz knocks the ball away from Craven.
Careful.
Back
Four
to
fouls.
Platt. Three-pointer for Platt. It's off the mark. Rebounded by Josiah Voss.
Not a high-shooting three-point team, as we've said, so that's three by Voss was big, or Geedings was big.
And Geedings flips it up and gets the foul! And one, Dane Geedings. He decides he wants in on the action in the fourth quarter as he puts the Eagles back up 9 and a chance to make it 10.
Single-handedly destroying their run.
Dane Geedings with some big-time plays on back-to-back possessions as the foul goes on Quentin Bailey, his second, team seventh. Coach Van Mersbergen not happy about that call. And I definitely want to see it again. But we're watching the replay of it right now here on the Pella Christian YouTube channel. Dane Geedings knocking down the corner three. And here's going to be the drive from Geedings. And little bump. They called it on 34, but 34 didn't make the contact. It was actually Landon Craven who made the contact. As we now have I
think Van Mercer's questioning whether or not it's a shooting.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. We've got a vision for last time out. They're saying something to Dane Geedings.
Yeah.
It was number two. Number two fouled him. I was going to say, the question is who the foul was on. And so they're actually asking us. I've never seen this happen before. I've never seen.
They want our opinion. We'll give it to them.
I was going to say, I don't know if I've ever seen this happen. They're asking who the foul was on. Number two is definitely the guy who. We're going to watch the replay again here. I'm pretty confident it was number two with the bump. Yeah, the bump comes from number two. So the body. They called it on Bailey. They call it on Bailey anyways, but Landon Craven was definitely the one who got him with the body. If you're seeing the replay on the Pelican YouTube channel.
Des Moines Christian's coach didn't appreciate our
No,
input.
he didn't. But, I know he's trying to protect his guy, but, that would have been the first foul on Craven anyway, so it's not like Craven's going to foul out of the game on that one.
It's not like we look like unethical guys here in the booth, are we?
Well, it actually would have helped him more because it would have only been the first foul on Craven, and that's the second on Bailey. Doesn't matter. Dane Geedings knocks down the free throw.
I don't think he wanted a foul is what it came down to.
That's probably what it was. But Tate Platt's pass for Landon Craven in the corner is tipped out of bounds by Caleb Van Arendonk, and I just am still dumbfounded that they even looked up here and were like the officials were actually looking up here looking for
They're like,
help.
Thank you. Now I don't have to decide.
Inside they go for Carson Tice. He can't make the shot. Josiah Voss tried to save it, got it, threw it back in, and Tice will get another shot from three, and he'll knock down a corner three. And a quick vision for last time out by Coach Van Mersbergen. And Des Moines Christian, 53-46. Pella Christian leads with 53.2 seconds to go. We're going to take this full time out with them. We'll be back here on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel and 92.1 KRLS. You're listening to Pella Christian Basketball powered by Bank Iowa on 92.1 FM KRLS Knoxville Pella and KRLS HD1 Knoxville Pella.
Hi, this is Mike at Langstrad Auto Body. Winter's finally here, and along with it comes the inevitable. That's right, you've heard this before. Along with basketball and wrestling, we get bumper cars, car hockey, and even a little unwanted ditch riding. Accidents happen. At Langstrad Auto Body, we pride ourselves in getting your car in and out quickly and doing a quality repair. Our 100% satisfaction guarantee goes out the door with every vehicle. If your car is in need of some attention, come out and see us at Langstrad Auto Body. You'll be glad you did. Langstrad Auto Body, where you don't have to look for a quality repair.
Because we're the best.
Welcome back. Yeah, we're still talking. We're still trying to figure out the officials looking up to us for help on that replay.
Well,
That's still crazy.
Dane Geetings took over and asked permission, and then fed it to the officials. So give Dane an assist.
Aiden Stoltz kicks to Caleb Van Arendonk. Now to Dane Geetings. Geetings drives, and he's looking for Lincoln Vandermolen. And official comes in and overrules and says it's staying with Pella Christian. Said it was tipped out of the hand of Dane Geetings. And admittedly, I don't know. I don't think that's out on Moines Christian.
Yeah,
I think that was out on Geetings. And a blocking foul on Tate Platt.
I think Dane was perplexed on how to act in that moment.
Yeah, that's the third foul on Tate Platt. He didn't like the call, but definitely didn't get in position.
At this point, Des Moines Christian's trying to do everything they can to scrap their way into it, so really pressing at this point.
Yeah, Vandermolen first free throws off the mark and out of bounds off of Voss.
Voss getting a hand on it, but as he's going out of bounds, he's touching the ball.
Carson Tice quickly up the court here for Des Moines Christian. Hands off to Landon Craven. Craven kicks to Platt, who's going to fire from way downtown. Off the mark, rebounded by Lincoln Vandermolen. Fouled by Landon Craven, so now he'll pick up his first. And Vandermolen goes back to the line for one. Still one-on-one with 9 team fouls. 28.5 seconds. Pella Christian leads by 7. Will Latham going to check in. First time we've said his name tonight for Des Moines Christian. Latham going to come in for Quentin Nelson. Vandermolen steps back to the line. He's off the mark again. Ball tipped and rebounded by Platt. Platt's pass is stolen by Voss. Kicks to Geetings. Geetings ahead to Voss. Back to Aiden Stoltz. And 13.5 seconds to play. Aiden Stoltz going to go to the line. And the Eagles can smell it.
Aiden played a great game tonight.
He really did. He didn't necessarily, he's not going to show up in the box score.
He just took care of the ball so well. Nice defensive pressure. Played with 4 fouls there down the stretch.
And Stoltz can't connect on the free throw.
Coach Bohr going 10 deep tonight.
Yeah, and he kind of had to. Stoltz couldn't connect on either, and the free throws still giving Des Moines Christian their hope, but they cannot connect on another 3. Aiden Stoltz with the basketball again, and he'll dribble it out. The Eagles pick up the win. 53-46. A great second half propels the Eagles to the win over Des Moines Christian in this one. We'll step away. We'll be back with the Cabinet Design of Pella radio postgame show here on 92.1 KRLS and Pella Christian YouTube channel.
At Lely, we continue to provide the latest innovations for the dairy industry. Our robotic milking systems put more milk in the tank with less effort. Our robotic feeding systems provide optimal feed efficiency for a healthy and productive herd. And we have a line of innovative barn products that create an animal-friendly environment focused on the cow's well-being and comfort. Lely, a worldwide pioneer in dairy farm automation, with our North American headquarters right here in Pella, is proud to be a part of the community.
This is Megan at Pingle's Home Store in Pella.
We have a variety of products at a variety of prices for a variety of people. Come visit us today and see what we can do for you. Whether it's flooring, a new mattress, or freshening up your room with new furniture and decor, we promise we have the services you need, including our interior designer on staff. Real people, real service, real dependability at Pingle's Home Store. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram or stop in. We're located off the square at 911 Broadway in historic downtown Pella.
What's in Champion Seed? All the best traits you can find in corn, soybeans, and most importantly, people. It's in the way we champion agronomy, matching seed traits to soil, right down to the county level. We select the best genetics from the top breeding programs, matching unique traits with your needs to maximize yield and protect against pests and disease.
I'm Jay Boat, your local Champion Seed dealer. Give me a call at 641-629-0120.
Welcome back here on the Cabinet Design of Pella Radio Postgame Show. At Cabinet Design of Pella, they expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations. Call Mike Blom, the cabinet guy at Cabinet Design of Pella. And we're looking forward to talking to Coach Boren, I believe a player here in a little bit for the Eagles boys. But what a performance here from the Pella Christian boys basketball team. First half wasn't necessarily the prettiest, but the second, and played without Tyson DeVries for much of the night, who's their primary ball handler. But the Eagles did a phenomenal job picking up the slack there in the second half.
Yeah, two really good basketball teams, very well coached, and just fun to watch, just to see two teams just go back and forth. And you're right, we had a couple key guys in foul trouble, and some of the bench guys played some very important minutes for us tonight. So I think our depth certainly paid off this evening, and Coach Bohr and the coaching staff has been developing that depth as the season went on. So it certainly paid off in a game like this, and I'm sure it'll continue to pay off down the stretch.
Yeah, and it was a big one as we take a look at our Hormel Foods Radio Key Play and Player of the Game. And can I go the key play? Maybe this is too late in the game that you maybe disagree with me on this. I'm going with the 6-0 run, personally, by Dane Geetings there in the fourth quarter, because it kind of put an end to the Des Moines Christian run. They had gotten some key buckets to pull back within. I think it was 6 at the time, and then Dane Geetings just decided, no, you know what? This is too close for my comfort. I'm going to go ahead and take over here for a minute and get a couple of big shots, and I think that's the key play. But our key player, I'm going with a guy you mentioned. I don't think he necessarily scored the most points for the Eagles tonight, but Aiden Stoltz did a tremendous job. He battled some foul trouble himself. Had to pick up a lot of the point guard duties with Tyson DeVries dealing with some foul trouble, but he did a phenomenal job just being a facilitator, being a calming presence for the Eagles in this contest tonight.
Yeah, Aiden doesn't have some of the quickness Tyson DeVries does, so when you tell him to play fast, he's certainly trying to push it as much as he can, but just a little more pressure on him handling the ball without maybe having DeVries out there, but just how he handles himself is quite impressive. Just stays focused and very even temperament, and really the whole team is that way. And you can just tell that that's a key focus for them, is that as young men, we just got to play the game with poise and focus, and that carries over to other aspects of life. So it's just it's fun to see the boys compete hard and do it in a classy way.
Yeah, it was a great game here. We're going to go ahead and take a short time out as we wait for some players, some coaches. We'll get our final stats here after a minute timeout on 92.1 KRLS and the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
Since 1960, families have been choosing Pella Regional Health Center for expert maternity care and a compassionate birth experience. And we're ready to care for your family's next generation, too. Did you know you can see the same doctor throughout your prenatal care and birth experience? Your doctor and their expert team will guide your delivery in one of our beautiful birthing suites with many amenities. Choose Pella Regional Health Center and experience trusted care for yourself. To make a prenatal appointment, call 641-621-2200.
Pella Cinemas presents Missing rated PG-13. June's mother and her mother's new boyfriend disappear while vacationing in Colombia. Thousands of miles away, June uses her wits and the latest technology to find her mother before it's too late. If you haven't seen it yet or want to see it again, it's the last week for the animated film Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, rated PG. Puss in Boots needs the help of his friends to thwart the big bad wolf and restore his 9 lives. For a list of showtimes, visit Pella-Cinemas.com and enjoy a movie at Pella Cinemas.
Run Bobby to basketball, pick up Susie from dance. If your calendar sounds like this, you need to let the professionals at Moines, Seatstra, Meyer, and Nickel help you with your income taxes. And erase one thing from your schedule this year. They offer a convenient drop-off service, so you won't have to sit through an appointment. Just drop off your tax information between 8 and 6, Monday through Friday, or 8 to noon on Saturdays, and they'll prepare your tax returns in about a week. Then come back at your convenience to sign and file the returns.
Save time and gain peace of mind with Van Manen, Seatstra, Meyer, and Nickel.
Vision for Less has delivered free same-day speed for over 30 years because our local lens labs are full of experienced and passionate lab techs, not to mention advanced equipment needed for the job. Simply put, your glasses can be ready the same day at no additional cost to you. On top of that, nobody beats our everyday low prices. Get 2 pairs single vision starting under $40 or 2 pairs of progressive starting under $80. Your time is valuable and quality comes faster than you think when you shop at Vision for Less.
Welcome back here on the Cabinet Design of Pella Radio postgame show inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Tonight's final stats, as we've done the Hormel Foods Radio key play and player of the game. Looking for your key to the new looking for a key to your new career, visit HormelJobsKnoxville.com. As we looks like we're going to get Josiah Voss up here in a moment as we look at tonight's final stats presented by the Verduft Agency. For the Eagles, 5 points for Tyson DeVries, 3 points for Jack Fancher. Going to be, let's see, 2 points for Isaac Kakmarinsky. Going to be 7 points for Aiden Stoltz. It'll be 15 points for Dane Geetings. 3 points for Lincoln Vandermolen. And 2 for Benny Schurz. Got 9 for Josiah Voss. And 4 for Isaiah Breams. Those are tonight's final stats presented by the Verduft Agency. Let Chad, Lance, or Larry examine your stats and customize an insurance plan for you. The Verduft Agency providing complete courteous service to the Pella area for nearly 100 years. We're going to take a short time out. When we come back, we'll have Josiah Voss forward for the Pella Christian Boys basketball team right after this.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Ask me, Lance Klein, at the Verduff Agency in Pella, if auto owners make sense for you.
If you are struggling to afford internet service for your household, Pella Fiber wants you to know that there's a new government program that may be able to help. It's called the Affordable Connectivity Program, and it provides up to a $30 monthly discount to qualifying households. Find more information about the Affordable Connectivity Program, including if you qualify and how to enroll, by visiting PellaFiber.com or call Pella Fiber at 628-4173.
Welcome back on the Cabinet Design of Pella Radio postgame show here on 92.1 KRLS. With our continuing coverage of Iowa High School athletics, we're joined now by junior forward for the Pella Christian Boys basketball team, Josiah Voss, following his squad's 53-46 win against Des Moines Christian. And Josiah, took a little bit for the guys to get going tonight, but a big win for the team. What's the feeling like in the locker room after this win against Des Moines Christian?
Yeah, definitely a rivalry. It's always been a fun game, and especially watching, like before I played this year, watching Des Moines Christian versus PC, it's always a fun one to watch. But to be able to play and get a big win, it's really fun. In the locker room, it definitely showed it. So,
absolutely, and a very physical, very pressure-oriented team was Des Moines Christian tonight. How did you guys go about preparing to beat that pressure, and how do you feel like you guys handled the pressure of Des Moines Christian in this contest?
Yeah, I'd say just a lot of hard practices. Obviously, we play a little bit of a less aggressive 2-3 defense most of the time, but I don't know. It was kind of, we came out a little bit weak, but after halftime, we came back out and we changed it. We made adjustments and we got it done.
Absolutely, and in the second half there, a lot of second chance opportunities that you and the other posts created, primarily yourself, some big offensive rebounds. I don't have the official numbers, but knowing that, the team needed that extra spark, what was it that you were able to find after playing a half already that you were able to dig into to provide that spark for the Eagles?
I guess probably just the knowledge that we weren't bringing it as much as we should, and just to try to get back to the basketball we've been playing. But yeah, definitely, like I said, came out a little bit weak. But after halftime, got more boards, dominated. I'm pretty sure it wasn't even close on the numbers for rebounds. But yeah, second half was definitely a lot better.
Absolutely, and as you guys, are starting the second half of the Little Hawkeye Conference season here. I know you're a couple games in already, but making your way through the back half of Little Hawkeye Conference play here. What are some of the goals that you guys have kind of set for yourself to challenge yourself here in the stretch and head into postseason play, feeling really good about where you're sitting come postseason time?
Yeah, it's good to play a good two-way program to kind of see where we sit. But I definitely think that I think we can go all the way. I think we have the guys to do it, and if we set our minds to it, I think we can go all the way.
Absolutely, Josiah. Appreciate the time. Look forward to seeing the pursuit of that state tournament berth, and best of luck the rest of the season.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. That was Josiah Voss of the Pella Christian Boys basketball team. We'll be right back here on the Cab Design of Pella Radio postgame show right after this on 92.1 KRLS and the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
Norm Rosendahl Tiling has been installing and servicing farm field tile and septic systems for more than 40 years. Tim is also a certified time of transfer inspector by the state of Iowa. So if you're considering buying or selling a property with the septic system, they can handle the inspection and give you an estimate on any changes or repairs that may need to be done as well. Tim and the guys can help with many facets of new construction too. For your free estimate, call Norm Rosendahl Tiling in Monroe at 641-259-2651.
Why should you consider a career at Vermeer? Wesley Jensen is a welder who works third shift, and he says that having that third shift option is a big reason he chose Vermeer.
I started working here because my last job wasn't really working out, and I wanted to go back to school. And Vermeer was willing to kind of work with me on my schedule and get me into a shift that leaves the morning open so I can go to class and stuff.
Start the search for your career at Vermeer by visiting vermeer.com/careers.
Gilchrist Jewett and Pella is your local source for windows from trusted manufacturers including Marvin, Anderson, Gherkin, and Silverline. They also stock and supply the top-of-the-line composite decking materials from TimberTech and Westbury Railings for a relaxing, family-friendly, and minimum maintenance area to enjoy for decades. As always, Gilchrist Jewett welcomes all contractors and homeowners alike for all your quality lumber, building supplies, flooring, cabinets, garage doors, and more in Pella.
Back here on the Cab Design of Pella Radio postgame show. Their continuing coverage of Iowa High School athletics. We're joined now by head coach of the Pella Christian boys basketball team, J.D. Bohr, following his team's 53-46 win. And J.D., it was definitely a hard-fought win. Took a little bit for the guys to get going. And I want to talk about halftime. What did you say to the guys at halftime that fueled the spark that they needed there to get going in the second half?
It's funny. I was actually at home getting ready to go over here, and I was eating some dinner, and I was watching a video about Tony Dungy saying how halftime adjustments are really overrated. So that's kind of was on my mind, and I got in there and I was like, guys, there's really not a lot of adjustments that we need to make. I just didn't feel like our energy level was there. I didn't think we were playing hard enough. And credit DMC, I thought that they were getting after some loose balls. I thought that they were rebounding the ball well, and I just didn't see the same thing from my guys. It felt like there was a bit of a lull. Our energy just wasn't great, which affects every part of the game. We were just making some dumb plays. We were getting frustrated, and so that's really what we talked about, is just, can we go out and just play really hard and see what happens? And we did that for the most part. Our defense was much better in the second half, and we really rebounded the ball well. I don't know what the rebounding numbers are going to look like, but I thought we took care of the glass in the second half, which was enough for us to come out on top.
I would definitely agree with that. And one thing they would definitely want to talk about is Tyson DeVries spent most of the night in foul trouble on the bench. And, you needed some guys to step up tonight. Aiden Stoltz, Dane Geetings, a few guys, to name a few, Isaac Heck-Marinsky, Josiah Voss, come to mind, who stepped up in big ways with DeVries on the bench. And what can you say about the effort you got from those boys tonight to pick up the slack?
Yeah, what a weird turn of events. I don't know if I've ever seen a guy play less minutes and foul out that fast, right? And obviously it impacts pretty much everything we do, right, when Tyson's not able to play out there. But our guys are getting more comfortable with that. We're having other guys step up. I'm looking at our score sheet. We had 10 guys hit the floor, and all 10 of them scored, which is pretty cool, right? It really wasn't one guy. Now, some guys definitely did more than others, but just overall, I thought some guys stepped up and kind of handled the rebound or the ball handling a little bit, made some shots down the stretch. But it was really our defense. I thought different guys stepped in, kept us fresh on the defensive end, and that helped us kind of build that lead.
Absolutely, and you talk about turnovers too. The first half, I had you down for 9. Second half, there was a couple of late ones that ends up getting it to 7, but you guys did a much better job of taking care of the basketball. And, going from half 1 to half 2, obviously important to take care of the basketball, and it helped fuel that run a little bit. What were some of those things that you guys did better in the second half to not turn the ball over as much?
We just stopped forcing it into traffic in the first half. It was so much of it was just on the bounce, just going nowhere with the ball. We're just driving into the paint. And part of it is we weren't making shots, so we didn't really trust the kick out. And we just talked about trusting that. And I don't know, we were a little bit better. It was frustrating in the fourth quarter when we had some uncharacteristic turnovers, because that's something I've been really proud of this group is when we played well, we really take care of the ball. And just tonight, we really didn't have that for 4 quarters. But really in the third quarter, we probably were a little better in that part. And, man, that's a big part of the game is, can you get more shots than your opponent? That comes down to rebounding and turnovers. And it felt like certainly in the second half we did.
Absolutely. And now you guys have a rematch with Norwalk coming up after a hard-fought win here against DMC. One, how do you guys go about just getting the necessary rest here in the next 24 hours to go play another very tough opponent? And 2, knowing that you guys fell in that first matchup to Norwalk earlier this season, well, what are some of the things you would like to see your guys do better here the second time around to walk away with a win?
Yeah, we were joking with Tyson that he should be pretty fresh. He sat on the bench a lot. But we did have some guys log a ton of minutes. Dane Geetings was awesome tonight, Aiden Stoltz. Those guys especially had to probably log more minutes than they normally would. And that is what it is. You just got to bounce back. They'll bounce back just fine. But this will be a fun one for us. We played Norwalk, I think it was December 9th. Feels like a really long time ago that we played them over here. A lot has changed for us. A lot has changed for them. So you get into these second half matchups and head on the road. And Norwalk's playing really, really well. They're a big physical team. Got a couple guys in Carlson and Bourne who can really score the ball. So we'll have to, we'll dive into more of the film tonight because we're focused on DMC here now. So we'll take a look at that. We'll put a game plan together and we'll just go at it. Sometimes it's all right. Sometimes you want practice so that you can work on some things, and that'd be great. But, you just never know. So let's just go out and play and see what happens.
Absolutely, Coach Bohr. Congrats on another win and keeping things rolling, and look forward to seeing how that contest with Norwalk goes tomorrow night.
Sounds good. Appreciate you, Tyler. Thank you.
Absolutely. That was head coach of the Pella Christian boys basketball team, J.D. Bohr, here on the Cabinet Design of Pella Radio postgame show. The road ahead presented by Pella Motors. As we mentioned, the Eagles will go to Norwalk tomorrow night. That game can be heard live on 92.1 KRLS. Double the mics on the microphone. Mike Effner and Mike Bukite on the call for that one over there in Norwalk. And pregame starts at 6 o'clock. Girls game starts at 6:15. And that's the road ahead presented by Pella Motors. You'll drive away happy. That's the Pella Motors guarantee. Time to go in closing presented by Lighton State Bank here. But first, a Stryver Cellular Instant Radio update. Twin Cedars 40, Lamoni 37. And get the final score in here. But in closing presented by Lighton State Bank. And again, great finish there for the Pella Christian boys basketball team. And They salvaged the split. Girls fall earlier tonight, 48-29. Boys winning 53-46. That is the final score. And we're going to send it back to the studio to Derek Hardwell. Thanks again for tuning in to Pella Christian Basketball. That's been In Closing, presented by Light and State Bank. Go strong with us. The Captain Design of Pella radio post-game show. At Captain Design of Pella, they expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations. Call Mike Baum, the cabinet guy, at Cabinet Design of Pella.
Thanks for tuning in to this exclusive presentation of live South Central Iowa high school basketball coverage on KNIA and KRLS, streaming at KNIAKRLS.com and on the free KNIA KRLS app. Check out the full broadcast and stream schedule for our area high school basketball teams at KNIAKRLS.com by clicking on the live radio sports guide under sports. Thanks again for